So today we are going to be start the third unit. Okay. So I think yesterday we were completed second unit. Overall we saw above, but in this chapter we are going to be see the programming level, how we are going to be perform this map reduce. Okay, we come to that this third unit. We have the main thing is about this one. Writing a map reduce programs. Writing map reduce program. So here we are going to be consider one small weather data set. Through that data set, we are going to be conclude how we are going to be perform the. We already know that how we are going to be perform the map reduce operations. So map reduce is a program. We have two functions in that. One is a map function, another one is a reduce function. So how it is going to be consider it and how to perform these map reduce operations. We will do through some real-time examples. So here also we are going to be consider the weather data set. What is the weather data set? How we are going to begin? So then understanding the Hadoop APIs and map reduce deliver for old and new. So how it will be in a both ways. Then in this program, what are the basic codes are there? Driver code, mapper code, reducer code. Generally, we know that. So if you have a map reduce operation, we know that we have functions of mapper and reduce functions are there. I think we know very clear. So map reduce, we have two parts. One is the map, another one is reduce. Same here. What is the mapper code and what is the reduce code? So remaining all is used for these final output, how to perform. So as usual, we have a building blocks of Hadoop. So name node, secondary name node, and is a task tracker and job tracker. Same way here also we have remaining parts. We are going to be learn about each and everyone having a coding part, and the coding part we will see. Then in that functions we are going to be used. Generally, once we have a package, Java packages. So in that packages, what are the basic functions are there? That functions we are going to be discussed here also. Okay. So these are the main things we are going to be discussing in third unit. Very small unit only. So we will complete 3 or 4 classes. So what is this weather data set? How we are going to begin? So simply we will see here we have this introduction. So map reduce is a program model for data processing. Map reduce program model for data processing. How we are going to be process the data. Then Hadoop can run the map reduce program written in various languages. Most important is map reduce programs are hierarchically parallel, thus putting a very large scale of data analysis into the hands of anyone with enough missions at their disposal. So when we are going to be considered, so even we are kind of saying that we have a large amount of data. So these large amount of data, how we are going to be take into a small enough missions, how we are going to be processed and how we are going to be get the final output. So generally, what we are going to be in the last class we saw about the map reduce function. What is that? So we have taken some input. So in the input, what are the number of words are there? That word can't be done. The same here we are going to be find out the weather data set means what? What is the weather means? So what is the temperature? Simply we can say the temperature. So there the number of words in the paragraph is there. We said simply what word count we done. So then what we will do on these weather data set, what are the things we can do? So here we are going to find the highest temperature in which year we are going to be finding. So sir, how these data set will be there? That also I will show you with this one website is there where we are going to be get these weather data sets. Then MapReduce comes into its own for large data sets. So let's start by looking at once. So this is the weather data set. For example, we will write a program that mines weather data. So see here is a very good word. What is this mine? So our data mining techniques we are going to be use it for data model. So that's why up to now we didn't talk about the data model. We are going to be see the large amount of data. See that our program that mines weather data. So the data you are going to be there. So if the data may be unformatted or unstructured anything, so then how these weather data is going to be collected? See that weather sensor collecting the data from every hour in many locations across the globe, the large volume of data. Yes or no? In the globe. So if we are placing number of places for these sensors to collect the data. So how many sensors will be there in the globe? So we have large. So one each and every hour it is going to be collecting the data. Then see that how much of data it is. Again, it is a large amount of data, which is a good candidate for analysis with the MapReduce since it is semi-structured and record-oriented. Since it is a semi-structured, it is not a perfect structure and record-oriented. So we are going to be processed. For example, it is giving every 1 hour what is the data. Every 1 hour what is the data. So for example, the sensor is going to be giving. Then that coming data is all those things we are going to be keep and maintained by some other persons in who are the candidate who is going to be analysis. So this one, then so how it will be the data format. So before going to be see this data format, so I want to show you how this mapper the weather data set will be in online. So one simple we have. So my screen is visible to everyone. So then please respond. My screen is visible. My screen is visible.
Yes.
Yes. So this is the government website where we have all the countries weather data set NCDA. So the National Center for Environment and Information. So here we don't have a full access. Just we can see the what type of data is available. That we can see it. Then we can analysis something. For example, it may be use some data analysis we are going to be. So now also we are going to be consider one data set from these data. So how it will be processing we are going to be see. So see this everyone it is visible now. So see the climate data online data set. So here we have a climate data online. So how it will be, sir? See that here we have a daily summary, global marine data, then global summary of month and year, and climatical data, and normal, annual, and session, and normal, daily, hourly, monthly, everything. If you go down and we can see, for example, you can see the sample, data samples are there, data are there. For example, if you click here, see that it is going to be some other. So if you see here, what is the extension of this one? .dat, that file. So see here, so in some, they are giving some indexes like in a station. So this is the one station name. So this is the station name. It is giving US. Then we have elevations and latitude and longitude and data, and we have various things are showing here. It's visible everyone. I think it is the letters are very small, so that's why it is showing like this. So it is like, so if similar way we have various types of data also available. So that also I will show. See here. So this is the one type of data that see that NMDC climate data online. So how it will be the global climate. So I will zoom it for this website, then you can understand somewhat better. See now, so this is the global climate data. See here we are going to be see the years from 2014, 2004, 12/1, 2004 to 13/1, 2004. So this is observation on hours only. This is observation on hours only. Hours basis how it will be. So wait for a few seconds. It is still getting zooming. I think letters are visible now. Letters are visible. Can please someone answer it?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Okay. Thank you. See this. So global climate station summaries. We are it is showing that. So every observation on hours only. So how it will be miles and feet. So in what distance it is going to be, where it is going to be observed, everything it is going to be shown here. So like that we have global data will be available in the online. So this is a general purpose they are going to be. So it is not going to be changed. So it is how we are going to be performing the DBMS operations. Once the DBMS is going to become, the data is going to be set into tables in the rows and columns manner. So that is 0.01 and the less than 0 what will be the climate data. So we don't know what is the specification of these numbers, but I am going to be next it I am going to be showing that how these NDCX, the government website, is going to be shown, how the data is going to be getting by the sensors in the whole globe, how they are going to be getting. See that we have a lot of number of data. See that my cursor is showing. So just I move just 1 inch down of this website. So total we have how much down? So we have a large amount of data. So it is going to be calculated by the hours. So then we have another one. So this is the evaluation regional apart as a regional wise. So how it will be from 1/1/1995 to 31/12/2014. So how it will be the regional wise. So one region they are going to be connected. So this is a simple type of. So if anyone wants to see this, we have one National Solar Radiation Database from 1991 to 2010. So this is a manual we have. So how these sensors are going to be placed? See here, the picture is visible to everyone. The picture is visible to everyone. See that? National Solar Radiation Database Station. So see that this is the total one, how they are going to be placed. What is the class 1 and class 2, class 3 are there. It is simply about in our we have a power station. General we have a current bill of load 1, load 2, load 3. So general house they are going to be giving the load 1, in industry purpose load 2. In very high industries they are giving load 3. I think have you observed whenever the power current bill is going to be collected from you, they are going to be select. In the current bill itself, they are going to be mentioned that load 1, load 2. The same way here also we have a class 1 and class 2 solar radiations, how it will be. So if you go through directly, you can website, you can see this manual. So how will be the data format? They are going to be mentioned that the data formats are there. So if you see that one table, how it will be. See that we have a fields and elements and units and a resolution and description, what is that. So database fields, how it will be. So these are the various types of database. See here we have some city and state and what is the year, in which year, what is the data, how the data is going to be processed. So this is a general overview of how these weather data is going to be calculating, how the sensor is going to be calculated. So please be remember the data sets will be like this, we are going to be collecting if we want to proceed. So if we can directly giving the data set address to the our Hadoop system, that is the third type. So we have the 3 types of installation of Hadoop. Remember, we have a 3 types of installation of Hadoop. What are the 3 types? Have remember? One is about standalone. Standalone means we can, for example, simply can take and copy this one data set, and we are going to be perform the various operations on the data. So that is the simple operations we can perform. That is the standalone. Not like that. If we are considering only, for example, 1 region or 2 regions, we are going to be considering 2-3 regions in one cluster. So we are going to be considering only one cluster. In the cluster, we may have a different nodes. So if it is like that, then it is going to be a second type. What is the second type? Pseudocode distributed. So if not, we are going to be considered the total data set which is going to be provided by the this government site NFDC. So this is the National Center for Environmental Information. So if we are considering total database, we are going to be considering all the countries all in the globe. So like that we are going to be considering. So this is the one thing. Then now we will move to our. So the data format, how it will be the data format. See that the data will use this from National Climate Data Center. So that is NCDC. So we have a government site, this one only. See that last we have, what is this? What is the meaning of this GOV? What do we call this GOV? Can anyone? This is a domain now. So general we have US, IN, CON, commercial, like that we have a government site, this is GOV. So this is the total website name. So in this website only we are going to be collecting the data generally. So we are considering one sample data and we are going to be proceeded how the data is going to be mapper program. Through the mapper program, how we are going to be finalized. So the data is stored in a line oriented ASCII format. So in this NCDC, we are going to be get the data. The data is a what type of format means the data in ASCII format. So in which each line is a record. So every line is an ASCII format. The format supports the rich set of meteorological elements, many of which are optional or with the variable data length. So if the data is a large, in one line we have a number of things are there. We are going to be consider what are the things we need our processing purpose. That data only we are going to be consider. So it may be optional data will be available. That I will show you now how it will. See that for simplicity we shall focus only the basic element. So that's why only if we are not going to be considering whole data. For simplicity we are going to be considering only the year and the temperature, such as temperature, and which always present or in a fixed bit. So we are going to be considering only the temperature data from those lines. So for example, see that for example we show the simple lines, those the silent fields highlighted. So that highlighted fields we will show you in a black color, that is a bold. These lines have been split into a multiple lines, such as each field in the real file fields are packed into a one line, which no delimiters. So see this, a simple example. So see this is the data. Downside we have now. So /ls. So that is percentage of ls. So we are going to be giving ls command for producing the data from 1990 ahead. We are going to be give the command. So the data, how it will be provided, this data means in the GPUD format. So that is the extension of this GTED. So that is the GPUD format. So the data files are organized by the data and weather stations. So there is a dictionary for each year from 1991 to 2001. Each contains a zipped file for each weather station it's regarding in that year. For example, here the first entries are 1990. So simple we are going to be. So for 1919 we are going to be display all the data sets what will be there. So see that. So from 10010 to 999 in the 1980s year, from 14 to 199 and 15 to 199 and 16, 17 and so on like that. So if you want to produce, for example, the whole data set is going to be loaded into our Hadoop system. For example, we are going to be give a command, ls command. From the year we are going to be consider, that is what is the various format of data is going to be shown in a GPUD format. So this So this is the format I shown again. So that is a ZZ format. That is every file we have after that we can say that this is the extension of your file name. So since are ten thousands of weather stations, yes or no? So we are going to begin the whole globe. There is only one or two stations. No, we have tens of thousands of weather stations. The whole data set made up of a large number of relatively small files. It's generally easier and more efficient to process a smaller number to relate to a large files. So even the data is going to be produced each and every hour or each and every day. So in the starting we saw in the website. So how we are going to be divide the total database into a format. So if you want the climate data as a hour wise or a day wise or a year wise or a month wise or in a particular region wise, so everything is going to be divided. So it is so for example, why we want to know the climate in USA right now? What is the climate in USA? We want to know that. So for example, we can go to that website. If you want to check it, we can go to the website. We can specifically check it. So okay, this particular. For example, I want to know that for example, my relation somewhere, someone is going to be staying in USA. I want to know that what is the weather situation. We don't have any communication, but that time I want to go to a specific thing and I am going to be. So how it will be means. So those large files of data are there. We are going to be pick up what the simple thing, simple file we are going to be get track out of this total file for our need, for our purpose. We are not going to be touch the total data. So total data is, for example, if you want to store the total data in your computer, whether it is possible to store all the data. So what is the big data? What is the size of big data? It is a petabyte and zettabytes of data. So how it will be stored in your computer? So even if you have a process of doing this, just virtual data only is going to be provided to you. If you want to store it in your physical data, then you need to download it. So that is the first class we were discussed how we do with the virtual paths and virtual data and cache, and we saw about some temporary data also. These words we already discussed in the first case. Okay. So then we have a large amount of data. Now we can see that one we are going to be extract. So in total weather data, we are going to be seeing in a particular part only. We are not going to be seeing all the data. So which one we are to see, which one you need a specific purpose, we are going to be see and then we can use it and we are going to. So that is only they mentioned. So is a smaller number of relatively large files. So we are going to be get the information. It may be our information is small, but this information is going to be come from the large files. So that we was proposed pre-process that each every year regarding where the concentrated will be a single file. So how we are going to do this? So analyzing these Hadoop data in with the Hadoop. So how we are going to manage? So to take the advantages of parallel processing. So that is the main advantage of this Hadoop system. What is that? We can do the hierarchical parallel processing. We can do the parallel processing. So we have a data. That data we can use for. So if one data set we are going to be used for a different purpose. That is a parallel process that Hadoop provides. The parallel processing that Hadoop provides. So we need to express our queries as a map reduced job. So now it is a task. So that is a job task or a task tracker or job tracker is a task tracker. So what will be the thing means? So we have a data. We need to assign to the map reduced job. So that simple how means of we are selecting where we are selecting. We are selecting one thing on the website. So that is nothing but we are going to be selecting a particular icon, a particular thing. So that is selecting your job. Once it is selected, then that particular data is going to be shown at your end. So total data set is there. According to your purpose, so how we are going to be give a query. So here the reduced job is nothing but giving query. So what is query? We are simply searching the data in the website. So that is a primitive query. So we are searching the data. For example, we are searching from websites, not website. For example, that NCDC website, we have all the data is there in the website. So how much data is there? So we have a very large amount of data. We are not think that how much data is there. But how we are going to select? So they specifically mentioned. So which data, which type of data, whether you want to data in an hour-wise or day-wise or anything. That is a query we are going to be giving. So that map reduce job is going to be better. So after some local and small scale testings, we will do able to run it a cluster of missions. So we are going to be use this Hadoop installation in cluster manner only. So that is the clusters we are going to be considering. So what is this map reduce? We already know that what is the two phases in the map phase and reduce phase. So we already very well known about this map reduce. So that's why I provided the map reduce, divide map and reduce. Map reduce works by breaking the process into two phases. One is a map phase, another one is reduce phase. So one is a map phase and reduce phase. Can anyone remember this? What it will be do? So we done in a word counting program. We done. These are some examples. Then what will be the do? What it will do? What it will do? Have you observed? So the input is given. The input is going to be give the input splitting. Then later it is going to be give the mapper function. That is a map function. There we are going to be use keys and values. Okay. Once again, I will show you this clearly. See this. Each phase has a key value pairs as input and output. These type of which may be chosen by the program. So how the things means? That's only. Again, we are going to be query is nothing but giving option to the data set. So what type of key values we are going to be setting? So for example, in total data. So in which year, for example, in which year, in which time we want that weather. So what is the weather particular day or particular time or particular minute. So we are going to be considered. That is nothing but giving query. So here the programmer job is so proceeding with some query. So that is assigning some task. That task is going to be completed by the programmer on the table. So the programmer also specifies the two functions. As usual, that mapper phase and reducer phase. The same thing, we have a map function and reduce function. So that is a similar terminology only. We don't take as much confusion. So the input to our map phase is our raw data, raw NCDC data. So what is the input of our map phase means? So we have two phases. So map phase and reduce phase. The map phase case in the data is going to be taken by the raw data. That is again we are going to be mentioned. What is the meaning of raw material? So raw. So the raw data may be a structure or semi-structure or unstructured. I think these three words were discussed in the data mining also very clear. So what is the structured data, semi-structured data, unstructured data? So the raw data may be in the three forms. So which we are going to be take it as a input for our map phase. Then we choose a text input for formatting those gives us each line of the data set in the text values. So we are going to be considering here the values, text values we are going to be considering. All the values are again ASCII codes. Why it is ASCII codes? What is the meaning of ASCII codes? If the total will be the ASCII code, what will be that? So every line we don't have any characters. Just simply we have a numbers only. So again, that specifications, everything is going to be the data maintaining. No? So that is it. We are going to be do the manipulations on the data. So how we are going to be removing the unwanted data, data cleaning, everything process. That is things we learned in the data mining concept. So how we are going to be modeling the data, how we are going to be reduce the less number of data to process. So how we are going to be giving a specific keys to that. So if I am going to be mention a particular key, definitely I need to search easily by that data. So everything we are going to be mentioned by the data management. So that text values. So the key is the offset of the beginning of the line from the beginning of the file. So the key here we are going to be considered as a offset value. So beginning of the line from the beginning of each line. So how it will be. So the map function will we will pull out year and air temperature. So our mapper functions, we are giving what type of things means. So the key value pair should be one is year and temperature. In particular year, what is the temperature? So please be remember that how it will be the mapper function. For example, map m. So that is for example in 1925. So then what is the temperature? For example, it is 80 or 90 or something we are going to be mentioned numbers. So this is where we learned mapping concept, no? So sets and maps we learned. So what it contains, in a sets we have a numbers only in between numbers 1, 2, 3. But in this map, what we have? So we have a value, for example 1, 4, we have a key. So two things will be there. So key value pair, so that we will mention. So how it will be. In this case, the map function just data pre-preparation phase, setting up the data in a such the way that the reducer function can do its works on it, finding the maximum temperature on each year. So the two parts we divide, the map phase and the reducer phase. Map phase is going to be considered the NCDC raw data, and it is going to be pull out into a mapper phase. The map we are going to be considered key value phase. Once the key values are going to be assigned, the reduce function is going to be take care about. So what is the highest temperature? What is the maximum temperature? In the last word count example, we saw about what is the number of words we were repeated in the particular sentence. How many times that word was repeated? Word count. So here the reduce function job is to finding the maximum temperature in a particular year. So for example, in 1 year, we may consider, for example, every month we consider we have 12 temperatures. For example, per month 2 temperatures we consider. So how many temperatures will be? In 1 year we have a 24, 12 into 12. 2. For every month we are going to be consider 15, 1 and 31. So we are considering the 2 temperatures for every year. Then again it will be a 24 temperatures in 1 year. So whatever the data. So but we need to consider, for example, we finally consider in December we have a highest temperature, we cannot. So we need to consider, for example, in 1988, in January we have a particular temperatures. These are 2 temperatures January. So if the whole data is there, how it will be 1998 comma some temperature in the first temperature. 1988 is the same temperature. So the key is a common and the value is changing. The same there we have Hadoop we have 3 times. I will remember the example, and E is 2 times. So there is based upon the input text. Same here also we are going to be considering. So here our reduce function job is to find the maximum temperature on that particular key. So the map function is also a good place to drop the bad records. So here we can remove the bad records. So that is we can simply how we done the data cleaning. Same here also. So the map function we will drop the bad records. But for example, we are going to be consider only year and temperature only need. So we have some other data in a data set. We are not only one particular data. So we have a large number of data will be there in an unstructured form. So once we are going to be considered, the mapper function is going to be take care about these dropping the bad records also. So we already considered, we are going to be consider the raw data from the mapper function. Raw data is going to be considered the mapper function. So it is going to be considered and it is going to be arrange the key value pair combination. Once it is going to be combination, so it is going to be drop the bad records. For example, one year is there. In particular time, we don't have any record of temperature. So what we have to do with that year? We don't have any, for example, year is there, we don't have any temperature. So such type of bad records is going to be dropped. So we filter out the temperature are missing. So that is one. So that is already, so the missing and suspected and errorness of data we are going to do. So that is we are not going to be considered for any more. If we consider again it is a conflict now, then we have a dilemma of what is this? We don't have a temperature in particular year. It may be, for example, it may be high or it may be low. We don't know. So if we are going to be make the data into the output manner, we don't have a particular process. So how to do? We don't have any specifications. That's why only such type of bad records is going to be eliminated in the mapper function itself. In the mapper phase itself, it's going to be eliminated. So our mapper function is a simple. We pull out the year and the air temperature. Since these are the only fields we interested in. So why we are specifying this? So our job is we have a large amount of data that the data set is there. In the data sets, our job is, so there is a programmer has to know the year-wise temperature. In a particular year, what is the temperature? So once the year-wise temperature is going to be mapping, final the reduce is going to be final. In a particular year, so again I said in a year we have a different places of data, different times of weather data will be available. So whatever it in a final in the particular year, what is the highest temperature? So that we need to find out. We are going to be, so that is the simple we are going to be considering to eliminate the other data in the starting itself. Mapper function is going to be eliminate others. That is, we don't unwanted data is going to be dropped. In this case, the mapper function just a data preparation phase, setting up the data such as such way that the reducer function can do the work on which finding the maximum temperature on the mapper function is also a good place to drop the bad records and the temperature. The same thing. So that we need to remember these things. So two phases are there. One is a map phase, and the second one is reducer phase. The map phase is going to be considered the raw data of the weather set, whatever it, which wherever we are going to be considered. That the raw data is going to be considered. And also another important functionality of this mapper phase is to drop the bad records. So that maybe missing data is available or something error data is available. Everything is going to be dropped, and it is going to be used to the reduce function. Then the reduce function is to filter all those things and gives the maximum temperature. So to visualize the ways of map works, to consider the following simple lines of input. I will show you now the simple lines. Some unused columns may have dropped at the picture page, so indicated in eclipse. So see this. So what you understand from this line? What you understand from this line? We don't know what is it. This is the one line. It is not at a completed also. We have one line. So simply it is showing the dot. It is still it is there. It's the one line, one part. So what is it? This is a whole in ASCII format. So we don't have what is it? We don't have any specification this time. So when we consider this data, so for our usage, so what will be the output? So that we are going to consider. So we have such type of lines. So 4 or 5 we are going to be considered series. So one more line. So the data sets are 3 lines. So what you understand from this? So if we have a lot of data here, so how we want to proceed with the data? So this is the total data. This is for example, you consider this is the raw data. We don't have any format. So now the mapper page is going to be take this data. So what it will be do? It is going to be map function is going to be take the key value pairs. What is the key value pair here? We are consider. What are the key values? One is year, another one is the temperature. So for example, you can consider map how it will be. For example, M of some 2 values. One is a key, another one is value. See here. So here I was highlighted which data we need. The remaining data is going to be the same lines. I'm just was reduce the text size. That's why it is in one line itself. See here, I mentioned something as a highlighted. So here, this one is the year, right? And these 4 lines are the temperature. This one is the year, and these 4 lines, the 4 numbers are the temperature. So how it will be for all others? See there. Series we have. So say 1 year I am going to be consider. In the 1950 we have first 00, then only the first 4 only. Then 1950, then we have first 4. And 1949. So we consider again another year. We have a 111, and 1949 again we have a 78 0078. So what is this everything? So that explanation is here. See that the keys are line offsets with the 5, which we ignore our map function. The map function merely extract the year and the air temperature, which I included in the bold text. So and emits them, and it outputs the temperature values as being interrupted as an integer. So the total, so we have a lines are there. So that is it. So in the one line, so we have enclosed with braces now. So we have continuation, still we have, that is the dots are mentioned. So this total line, my data is this one. So what is the year? This is the temperature. Remaining will be the some ASCII codes. It gives some information about some the output. Maybe for example, it will use USA in a particular area in 1950. So particular sensor giving these the information. So why again here pluses? Can anyone remember that why it is a pluses? For example, in Excel we cannot store, for example, 10 numbers. What we have to do? It is going to be showing as a e power something. What is e? Small e is showing. I remember small e like this. Mantissa and exponential values. Mantissa and exponential values is going to be, that is the plus values is going to be exponential. So this is the thing. So once if the data is there, what is the main duty of a mapper page? In a mapper page, we have a map function. It is going to be take the raw data, and one more functionality is it is going to be eliminate the bad content. Then it is going to be prepare key value pairs. So in this total out of data, we have a keys, sir, values, sir. One is year, another one is in a particular year, what is the temperature? In a particular year, what is the temperature? So I will show one thing, then we will understand this one. So this is the one thing. The first one we have a 4 zeros. No? In 1950 we have 4 zeros. That is the temperature is 0. The keys are the line offset which the file which ignores the same line. I repeated because I need to mention this map here. That is a key value. That's why I mentioned again. So how I was written here means the bold text I was indicated in the previous line, the previous year. So that is only I highlighted in the previous. So that is the 1950, and we have 4 zeros. That is one is a common 1 plus, that is exponential value 1. This is not in the number. So this is the 1 plus exponential. That is the exponential format. This is the one. Up to this only, this is the temperature. Up to this is the temperature. Up to this is the temperature. Only these 4 numbers only that indicating the temperature. So that is the okay. I think clear. So this is a thing we will continue by tomorrow. Okay. So how we are going to be consider this map? So simply I will track down. We can simply see that we will discuss tomorrow. Then have an idea on that. So second one, that another one is -11, then the 111, then we have a 7. So this data is given by the mapper to the reduce function. Once it is used, what is going to be happen? Our reduce function is going to be considered. For example, in 1950, what is the highest temperature? In 1949, what is the highest temperature? It is going to be taken. Okay. So we will continue in the next class. We have so many things. Still, you have anyone having doubt? You can ask me. Feel free to ask. Then only you can understand. Tomorrow you will see that coding functions also, how it will be the program. In the program we have a lot of functions are there. No? Generally we have methods in packages. We have a number of methods are there. Now we are going to be explain that methods also. Anyone having doubt, please feel free to ask me.
Hello, sir.
Certainly.
Number 6. Everyone, number 6. 18.